Hey everyone, and welcome back. So we have another classic Moon Knight episode without Moon Knight, and they just keep adding reasons why I should stop watching this. But before I get into it, I'd like to say thank you for watching, and if you comment below what you think of this garbage show. So it starts off right out of the gate terrible. After they do that moon magic to get this sky code or whatever, Steven just kind of gets knocked out for reasons, leaving Layla to drag him to a car, but oh no, these random thugs show up because tension, and it gets quite stupid. She kind of just hides around the Jeep a bit and climbs inside of it, and the henchmen are so dumb. They're just literally just like, where'd she go? Durr. Like, you're on a sandhill. There's only one possible place where she could be. And it's like these henchmen have like the enemy AI level of GoldenEye or something, because then they just park the Jeep behind, turned away from the Jeep she's hiding, and the only place she could be hiding. And then Layla, kind of just being the strong, powerful female, just throws a flare at them, and the whole thing explodes. Awesome. She killed them all with a flare. Like, alright. I don't think this could have been made more unbelievable if they tried. I was literally like face palming like that meme. But wait for it, it gets better. So now they're driving. I don't know where they go because it's daytime now, and they have to use the stars to track down the tomb, right? So how do they track it down? It's daytime. I guess we could just chalk it up that Layla's super women powers can do it all. Then why did they have to do the whole moving the sky thing around if she could just stumble or just drive to it? I don't know. Once we get to the tomb, we have these weird scenes of Mark and Steven fighting over who's gonna like fuck Layla or something, and then we get the most awkward kiss scene I've seen in a long time. Like, why was it there at all? It just shows how awkward Steven is. Like, we already know that he is. It almost looks like, and honestly, almost looked like the big R word to me on there. It was just so weird and awkward. And of course, you can't have Marvel without telling us how strong the women are. And this woman is especially strong, and she don't need no man. And that's awesome. I almost forgot that she's strong and powerful for a minute. This episode particularly had a lot of spots where Mark would have been better situated than Steven. But I guess that goes with a lot of the episodes so far. But anyways, I don't know why Steven has to be out all the time unless he's about to die. My guess is because Steven's kind of the more beta male, and Layla could be the more dominant one, and she can do most of the fighting while he cowers in the corner, so we don't have, the toxic male in the way. We can just have the more feminine one that's cowering, and oh no, this is like the perfect example. But there's also a perfect example when they were hiding from this monster thing, and Steven was hiding in the corner, but gets discovered, and he like freezes up with fear, I guess. And instead of Mark taking control, Layla just stands up and leads it away and kills the thing. I don't know why we bother having Steven and Mark here. Why don't we just skip all the rigmarole and just have her as Moon Knight? At least then we'd have Moon Knight in our Moon Knight show. But anyways, I'll get back on topic. It's just weird that Steven has full control until the script needs Mark, and the fact that Steven can take control but Mark can't until he needs a reason to, puts up this weird stance of Steven can only hold control whenever he wants until the script calls for the change. There's no real rules for whoever can take control, like a willingness to change or being hit in the head or something. Give me something. It's been something that's been bugging me almost since the first episode. There's no real rules for this, and it's the stupid times that Steve can just take control, like in the middle of a fight, gets wrecked, and it's like, oh no, Mark, take it back. I mean, the comedy's only kind of for like 9-year-olds, and it just begs that how come Steven can do that at any point, but Mark can't until like the very moment he's about to die. Like, it kind of sets up these two different precedents. And it makes no sense why Steven can do it, but Mark can't, when like Steven would be the more like mentally weak out of the two. So you think that like Mark would be the one always taking control, like easily, when Steven can't. And I don't know. It's just the stupid thing. There's no real reason for it other than just because they want. Goes back to my earlier point that they want Mark out of the way, except when Mark needs to do, keep the character alive, because they know Steven can't get through the fighting scenes because he's so weak. So they need Mark to take control when there's fighting, but at all other times, Steven needs to be the one out there so he doesn't overpowered like Layla. I don't know. That's just my thought. We're getting towards the end of the episode, and the end was kind of dumb too, and it's too bad. I like the idea of them being in some sort of like mental institution, and it's a good place because the way that Mark or Steven, whoever's mind is structured, you think that would be a good mental picture, I guess, for the audience. And it having him just being shot at that point, you have no idea if the whole thing has been in his head the whole time, or is this just like your last moments before he's dying and it's all just running in his head. It could be good, but the way they're gonna do it, they're not gonna do it well, because it ended up with those two just running around and screaming until Lizzo showed up. I really don't think they had really any plans for the show. Like it's being written and filmed while it's going, and we have like 4 hours of film or content, whatever. At this point, we have like 5 minutes of Moon Knight. How does that make any sense? If this was any other like big screen Marvel production, everyone would be bitching about it. It makes no sense whatsoever. My guess is this whole thing is so they cast someone big like Isaac to draw people in, and in season 2 they're gonna cut him to make Layla take over. Maybe it's just to keep. I think it's just to keep these new hirees, these no-name actors that they keep hiring and directing and all that. So, because once you get them in there, they have nowhere to go. And people that don't, have these big names, people with big names, they could just fuck off whenever they want. They're like, well, I already got recognition and money and all that, so I can just go do whatever. This was maybe just a paycheck for Isaac. I don't know. But the other girl, she's kind of no name, so we'll have her take over the show, and she'll just be the best at everything, and they can't say no because, again, she's no name, she has nowhere to go, and we're Disney, so we can do whatever we want, and you'll like it. So yeah, that's about all I have to say on this week's episode of whatever the hell this show's supposed to be. A lot went wrong. A lot's going wrong with the storytelling aspects, and it makes no sense. But I'm sure there'll be more next week to complain about, and thank God it's almost over. So not much more left of this. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you can like, comment, and do all the things, that would be awesome. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next week.